Hey, how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Touhou 15. This is a game that I don't have too many hopes of one coin clearing. It's a very hard game, but the idea is to do it with like characters that are not very good, because I already did it with Sanaya and with Raisin, which are broken, so the idea is to do it with Rain. I mean, Marisa is very bad, so I think Reimu is the only valid choice here. This will be hard, and hard and to the point that I don't think it will even be possible. But I have plan B. I mean, in this same game, no less. Because you know that I checked my YouTube. My YouTube and I don't have the point device no bomb run that I thought I had, so I could do that. I mean, I never completed a no bomb, but the point is that I never completed because of the final spell. And I could try doing only the final spell, but I think that's a bad idea. Especially considering that, well, what I should say is that run is not on YouTube. And since Twitch pretty much forced me to delete VODs, it's lost there too, so I'm afraid that I will have to do it from scratch. There is no other way. What is that? Already bombing this match at the beginning is not a good idea, but I do what I can. I say it's a very, very hard game when your shot type is not broken. And this is a game where Reimu is a good shot type. But being good in this game is not enough, you have to be broken. If you're not broken, you're not going anywhere. That's the issue. It is what it is. Already having spent all my first life bombs into stage 1 is a very bad signal. Wasn't expecting to get shot there. Not to mention the way the power works the same as in the previous game, but you're gonna be dying more often here, so your power is probably gonna be low a very big amount of time. I almost captured them. It's not a hard spell guard to capture at all. Okay. At least you get extra lives like crazy, that's assuming you can graze. Yeah, a lot of patterns grazing is not that easy. It's not the amount that the game tells you to graze. Alright. I'll try though. It's crazy that was just a stage 1 and it felt that I don't know, that I was playing the final stage or something. It's how this game is. It's the normal way. Can I could... Fortunately, trying to redirect these things is not that easy. Well, to the point that I probably shouldn't even try to redirect them. But considering that with Rainbow you have to be unfocused to kill all the enemies, I don't know. Didn't even get the required race there. That was close too. This should be enough for a grace. The chapter is a lot longer than I thought, actually. Doing chapters like this with Marisa without bombing, for example, in point device are a nightmare. And eventually you end up doing them, but it's a little bit rough. Alright. Funny thing is that this boss fight is actually hard. It's only stage 2, you know? Nice. Trying to micrododge on those things is very hard. Especially with the insane amount of RNG they have. That was my bad, I should have bombed. There are some times where it's not worth challenging some patterns, and that's one of those times. Could have gotten the life fragment there, I kinda fumbled it. Too much bullet density there. Doing point device no bomb again will be a pain in the ass, honestly. Yes, I will do it with Marisa most likely, and that's gonna suck. Like, these stage portions are not nice to with a character like Marisa. Even in stage 2, you have a lot of easy grace opportunities. On stage 3, wait, how were you supposed to do this one? I completely forgot what was the idea of that spell guard. There is a a way to do that, but I forgot. There is a consistent way to get that spell guard, and I completely forgot. Well, that applies to a lot of spell guards in this game, by the way. You have very specific ways of doing them. That was enough for a life fragment. Promise that this doesn't end yet. That's the issue. Well, it will at least give me the life fragment, but with barely any resources. So these ones are aimed. Promise that it's one of the worst combinations you can ask for. It's anti-aim combined with aim at the same time. It's a very tough combination. I don't think I can even get to stage 4 at this rate. Not like I'm particularly surprised, honestly. Oh, I never tried Lunatic with Rain. Well, makes sense, but then that was bad. Will be tempted to attempt again, but I don't think this is going anywhere. I think at the end of the day I will have to do some point device. I mean, I don't mind playing the game again on point device and try an O-bomb. I mean, especially if I lost those streams completely, I might as well, you know. Those streams are lost media. That's the problem of having stream on Twitch. I mean, not even if you're a partner, you are safe of that, you know? It's the messed up thing, because you could say, well, a small streamer or whatever, but no, even if you're a partner on Twitch, you cannot endlessly save your VODs. That's crazy. There's not even a service to pay for it or anything like that, no. You don't upload them somewhere else or download them yourself, you're losing them forever. So I guess that's more of a thing that YouTube is very good for that, rather than Twitch being bad. I mean, Twitch is bad, but I think that's one of those cases where you cannot expect much from any company to store your shit forever. And eventually I will assume that YouTube will also not allow that. But for the time being, that's not the case. Was almost enough to get a life fragment. I could stall there, but I don't think it's a good idea, because I'm most likely gonna die, and at that point the whole point of getting a a life fragment is to get more lives, not less, you know? I'm hearing some very weird noises right now. I don't know if they are coming from the street, but... a very weird noise. It's fine. As long as it's not happening here. Right, it's probably from the street. Oof, that was very close. Didn't. Stupid bullet. It's like there is a dog barking. I mean, you obviously cannot hear it. Like, it doesn't stop barking. I mean, you know that dogs sometimes are stupid like that. It's a little bit weird. Whatever. Have more things more important to worry about than dogs barking right now. At least I was able to dodge that. And I should have enough grace here. Yeah, I do have enough grace to get a life fragment. So how is it going mad? How did you do all this time? Yeah, I'm back to YouTube. Mostly because I figured that Twitch didn't have anything particularly good to give. Like, I didn't have any advantage just from being on Twitch, so I figured that going back to YouTube was the best idea. I mean, there's really not much of a reason to stream on Twitch if you are a small streamer, really. There isn't. Yeah, that's a way to corner myself, correct? So this checkpoint is extremely long. Not a joke how long it is. It's like soon should have sliced that checkpoint in half. Whatever. Been hella busy with studies and life, and you? How have you been? I basically haven't changed since the last time you watched me. The only difference is that now I have newer hardware. But I am the same old me. I mean, I personally think it's a good thing, but Yeah. Nothing really changed over here. Like that same Gabby that you probably saw 3 years ago, that's the same Gabby you're seeing now. Just 3 years older, but I think that not even that is noticeable. Well, I hope. I don't know. I haven't changed a bit in what I do, in how I stream. Yeah, I'm doing well. I mean, that's the best thing I can ask for, is being as I always been. I personally am a fan of, you know, the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So yeah, I just do my stuff. Wow, nice capture. That was a very nice capture. Right. And now I'm playing this game. I don't know exactly what I expect getting from this, but we will see. I can't do much on that one. But the idea is if Legacy mode kicks my ass too much, which is what's most likely gonna happen, I can go for point device. That's the beauty of this game. You can try hard Legacy, or just sit back and enjoy point device. Would be nice if UFO had a mode like that. Unfortunately not. UFO is a game that will benefit from a point device mode, you know? But no, it doesn't have it. Okay, so how did I do this? I think it was something about engage. Yeah, something like that. Just that I couldn't do it well there. The problem is that this game also doesn't have spell practice, so not having spell practice makes it a problem. Makes it a little bit of a problem. Worry not. That should be enough for a life fragment, right? Should be. I guess last time I was greatly exaggerating with the star projectiles. Just that you have to try to kill them before they get below you. And then this pattern is a fucking disaster. This pattern is some sadistic shit. It's okay. Well, you could say that about the whole game, to be honest. So this run is significantly better than the previous one, without a doubt. What was this one? No, I already fucked up. You're supposed to start this one from the top of the screen. Yeah, you gotta remember those. I didn't. At least that's how I think it was. You start from the top and slowly dodge by going down. Damn, nice dodges. Oh, this one is hard on Lunatic. Conceptually, this is a very easy spell guard, but on Lunatic there's barely any place to dodge. You're just supposed to spin, they're like... doesn't have that much of a mystery. It's one of those spell cards that it's very different in hard and in Lunatic. Damn, nice dodge, holy shit. That one I'm probably gonna get digged by that. Nice. And that's enough for the life fragment as well. That's always good. Nice. Okay. I mean, this is not a terrible run, all things considered. I'd say it's pretty decent. The problem with this game is that the shit starts getting very fucked up at the end. You can be doing very decent now, but at the end you are most likely getting your ass kicked. Especially stage 5. Stage 5 is so messed up, it's like you're playing an extra stage in the middle of the game. I mean, extra stages sometimes, most of the times, are easy because they are a single stage. They wouldn't be pretty easy if they are in the middle of a regular run, you know, with other stages. But that's how stage 5 feels like an extra stage that's just made its way to the main game. Now you have to beat it there alongside the rest of the game. Pretty cool. Oh, I'm pretty sure I bombed that in time. Not according to the game, I guess. Yeah, I remember Sagume has very bad health. Like, a bomb is enough to obliterate all of her patterns without trouble. Nice. I was never a fan of these lasers. Ever. I probably have an easy way of dodging that, but I never figure it out. So I wouldn't know. When I see all these stage patterns, the only thing I can think of is how much harder it is to do all this shit with Marisa. Like, it's significantly harder. Alright. Yeah, Marisa pretty much the worst character in the game. the worst character in the game for like 3 games in a row. Don't worry about it. There's also a spellguard that I never learned how the fuck to do. I think that all the times that I got it in point device, I got it by pure luck. Really? 3 points away from getting a life fragment. That sucks. This one, when you know how to deal with it, is absolutely free. And I'm pretty sure that is the intended way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the spell card is called shotgun something, so kinda tells you what the solution is. I mean, you can dodge it the other way if you want to, but you don't need to. Alright. But look, at least I reached stage 5. Hey, that's not that bad, right? Yeah, it would have been nice to have a real shot at a one going clear, but hey, we gotta take what we can. That's a shame. Should have bomb. It is what it is. I don't know if I should try another run of this or simply go for point device right away. I honestly feel like doing these runs is kinda useless. Can you even practice a stage? Yeah, at least a stage you have seen. I would like to do that at least. Mostly to see what to expect from this. Because I know this stage was ultra fucked up, but... Ow! Fucked up. Well, mostly the boss fight. The boss fight is the worst part of this stage. It's not like the stage itself is very innocent, you know? Notice that I keep cornering myself like that. This character, huh? Very nice character you have here. It's fine. Pretty sure the dodge here is simply moved to the side, yeah. Nothing out of the ordinary. Well, this one is a little bit out of the ordinary though. Those lasers are fast. Yeah, these guys. This is a pattern that is very hard to properly dodge. There is too much shit everywhere. At least some of these patterns like this one, Reimu trivializes them a lot. And then you have this thing. This is an extremely messed up pattern that to this day I don't really understand how you're supposed to properly dodge shit. Not like it lasts that long. Or it's that if you're playing point device and you're trying to do an O-bomb, it does matter how much it lasts. You cannot just bomb skip. Or die, for that matter. So overall here, I only lost 1 life and I used like 6 bombs, right? The problem is the boss fight. You know that I hate this little shit. I really do. And always the same thing as well. I'm always like a couple seconds away from getting that non-spell perfectly, but no. You can't. You're not allowed to. Wow. This one is, by the way, a static survival, so it won't even be hard to get. It is. Man, well, the speed of this thing also doesn't help. These projectiles are very fast. But yeah, and this one that is impossible to dodge if you don't remember it's coming, pretty much. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Seeing this boss fight again, like, now I have no doubt that a Lunatic 1 going clear on Legacy with anyone that is not Sanai or Raizen is just simply not possible for me. This is way beyond fucked up. I mean, for this specific one you could bomb, I guess. These patterns are so shit. Like, I'm actually even regretting doing this on point device. Like, the idea of just doing a point device no bomb run is now looking very unappealing to me. It's looking very unappealing all of a sudden because of this boss fight. It is the worst thing about this game, this piece of shit boss. It's always been. It's alright. The pain will pass, don't worry about it. Doing a Legacy 1 coin clear is not gonna happen. It ain't happening under any circumstance. It's a shame because the first stages look promising, well, because they are promising. But yeah, that's about it. only the first stages. Also, this is one of those Spellguards that is extremely easy to time out, especially if you are Marisa. Because with Reimu you could do this. Well, not like the damage of the amulets is that big either. Yeah, what's a timeout? And imagine how easy it is to time it out with Marisa if Reimu was that easy. Yeah, ironically, her final Spellguard is essentially the easiest one. And I still died to it. Okay. I think the best idea will indeed be to just go point device, or at least try. So here's the thing. A long time ago I started with Marisa, well, that run that you see that there is a run remaining there. This is on the final Spellguard of the game, but I will say goodbye to this run. I'll say goodbye to this run because since I don't have any, you know, proof of that run, apparently that run is lost media because, you know, Twitch forced me to delete VODs and all of that. I want to replicate that run again. The run being a no bomb. Basically all those spells that you're seeing, all those bomb fragments, they are gonna be worthless. It's a no bomb run. The problem is that Marisa is very bad in this game, and especially bad in stages, so the chances of this taking a long time are also very high, but we will see. At least the good thing is that I don't have to even worry about grazing, because since the only thing I get are bomb fragments, there is no point. I mean, bomb fragments in a no-bomb run are as useful as, I don't know, having handgun ammunition when your only gun is a shotgun. Yeah, but very useful. Well, even more useful with the right tools. We will see how far this goes. I mean, I should be able to reach the final Spellguard without a doubt, just like last time. Question is how long I'm gonna take to do that. It could be a long time. But I know I'm capable of doing it. I mean, I not only did it once with Maris, I also did it once with Sanai, I think. I mean, Sanai is good on stages, unlike Marisa. So, yeah. One of those things that doesn't matter a whole bunch. See, this run on the first stage obviously is gonna go by very fast. Until you see a very messed up checkpoint that is gonna take me like 10 minutes to get out of. And 10 minutes assuming that I get it right. It could take more. Now, the way this mode works is that, well, basically, yeah, checkpoints and all of that. But every time you die, you lose 0.01 power, which is not a bad thing until you die a lot. But it's also a bad thing for a simple reason, which is that you essentially, well, unless you are, you know, capturing everything and stuff like that, like, you are never gonna be full power. Like, the only way to be full power is by not dying. If you die once, you're already not full power. I mean, obviously after every checkpoint, especially when it comes to spell cards, you usually get enough to you get enough power to go back to full power, but the issue is that in every pattern that you get in, you die and you are back at not being full power. You know, it's kind of like Legend of Zelda, how Link pretty much has like when you are full health, he has a projectile, but the moment you get hit once, you can say goodbye to that projectile, and unless you go back to full health, you're not gonna see it again. But that's kinda how power works here. It's a big sacrifice. It's the way it is. The fate of this run solely depends on the very final spell card. For a fact, I know everything else is way more than possible. And even with Marisa, I did it. I did it and I can do it again. But yeah, that final spell card is the issue. I also could have just attempted to do that final spell card and nothing else, but I feel like that's a very lame thing to do for a whole stream. It's a single pattern, so doing it over and over again is not very interesting to me. Ah, damn it. See, there are checkpoints like this that can be particularly a problem. Oh, also, I guess something I should clarify. The whole full power thingy, like when you die once and you lose power, mostly applies to bosses, not to stages, because as you can see here, well, here I'm not full power because it's the beginning of stage 2, but if I started this with full power, I most likely will be able to continue full power simply because of the power item that these guys drop. Oh, and these checkpoints are gonna suck. These checkpoints are gonna suck. These checkpoints are gonna suck so much, dude, you have no idea. It's okay, we got him. Actually, I thought that one was gonna last a lot longer than that. Like, that was extremely fast, all things considered. Very nice. So I'm surprised how well I did the Ringo fight with Rainbow on Legacy mode. I did some very good dodges. Ah, come on. It was about to go down. I will appreciate here is that instead of dropping a bomb, she will drop like a full power item. It will be very nice. But no, that doesn't happen. That was my bad. But she doesn't even have that much health here, you know? And this pattern is very straightforward. You have The big bullets are aimed at you, and the other one is a static pattern. It's very obvious and also not hard to dodge at all, but there are some times that I simply have a hard time getting past this pattern. Getting past only applies to point device, so I mean also dodging it properly on Legacy is not that easy when it doesn't want to be easy. Sometimes it doesn't feel like being easy, just the way it is. Oh, nice dodge. Problem is that those assholes are gonna appear again, aren't they? On top of... Yeah, okay, this checkpoint is gonna suck balls. Like, this is the real problem. Because the previous one only had the souls aiming at you, but this one has that and the fairies. And it has 2 waves of fairies. That's the real problem here. And it's a very long checkpoint as well. That's the problem. That is the issue. I do remember there being a bunch of even worse checkpoints in the next stages, of course, but this is one of the worst in the early stages, at least. When you don't... that guy shoot me on the very bottom. What an asshole. Stupid ass spirit. At least they don't shoot on the very bottom. They have some honor, but I feel like they still shoot too low sometimes. That's the problem here. I don't know how to get out of that. This might be a problem, without a doubt. This might actually be a problem. So I can deal with the beginning just fine, but then? Then what? Actually, the guys on the bottom were still shooting right from the bottom. I'm actually not sure what's the behavior of those guys. A little bit weird. And even if I had dodged the bullet that killed me, I would have still gotten hit by the other one. That's crazy. Yeah, this pattern will be an issue to get past. Wish I could remember what strategy I used like 5 years ago. What weird strategy did I use? I mean, it's probably not much different than what I'm doing right now, but... I missed that, yeah. Those guys are... Oh wow, they didn't wall me, surprisingly. That was a miracle. Miracle of the universe. You stop shooting! Okay. Good. I got out of that sooner than I expected. But now for Ringo. I mean, Ringo is fine. I mean, especially the most fearsome thing about Ringo, which are the non-spells. Like, in these runs that I did with Raymond on Legacy mode, I did surprisingly well on those non-spells. Nice. Got a little bit too fast there. Well, Marisa, I don't know if in this game she still has the perk of being like essentially the fastest character in the game. It might still have it. Nice. Oh, this spell card will be well, actually, well, according to the capture ratio, it's not that big of a deal. Well, I guess it isn't. I'll take that. That's a funny capture ratio. This one is also not that bad. These are the type of spell cards that rely a lot on luck. So you could indeed get lucky. Wow, that was very fast as well. Well, that's the one thing that Marisa is better than every other character, which is damage, but... Damage assuming you are not using anything other than your basic shot, of course. If you play the game normally, yeah, it's a different story. Well, also the fact that Marisa's bomb is absolute trash doesn't help. But yeah. Nice. Right. If I'm not mistaken, this checkpoint is very hard. Like, this is one of the hardest checkpoints. But I think I remember a trick about this. The lasers are only shot if you kill the fairies. But if you don't do anything, they don't get shot. The problem is that... don't they start shooting bullets at some point? Yeah, exactly. So... the ones that shoot bullets are not the ones shooting lasers. So like the purple ones are the ones that shoot lasers when they die. And then the green ones are the ones that shoot bullets. Okay, well that's good to know at least. Means that at some point they overlap. And at that point there's not much you can do. At least this makes it easier regardless. Yeah, I remember there was something up here in this pattern that I wasn't remembering. Well, now I am. It's the ending, the thing that is hard. At the beginning you can get away with doing this. Fuck. I do remember that this one was a troublemaker. So I shoot the wrong ones. Another thing that's interesting is that the score of the previous run basically never counted. Because it's a run that technically never ended. So right now the high score that it shows is the one that is this run. Which is a little bit sad. I honestly wish I remember what was my previous high score. That was a very important run for me, you know? Not important enough, I guess. Like, I could have simply bombed the last spell guard to register the score, but... Nah. We're doing this on a no-bomb or we're not doing it. Even knowing this quote-unquote trick, it's still hard to do anything about it. Oh, come on, dude. That bullet... And I think there is an even harder checkpoint later. If I'm not mistaken, the last one on the stage. Not counting the boss, I mean. Actually, there, couldn't you just potentially go up? Like, instead of killing anyone, you just go up. Wouldn't that work? I hope. Well, you can go up, yes, but you gotta do it better than that. You know what's the worst part about those bullets is that they are not perfectly aimed. They are the typical bullets that take you as a base, but they are sloppy aim, basically. Like, they can be where you are, or they could not be where you are, and it's completely random. That's a problem. That's a problem. Oh, that was so close. Damn it. I don't even know what bullet killed me there. I feel like I just got scammed for the sake of getting scammed. Yeah, that was a scam, dude. Like that, the bullet that supposedly killed me did not hit me. You're out of your mind. Okay, that one I did see that. I saw it killing me. That one was not a scam. That one I saw the collision. Why did that shit? Well, the problem is that I started shooting even in a place I should not have. Whatever, who cares? You know what, this checkpoint is gonna be harder than any of the Doremi spell guards, right? Well, spell guards and non-spells too. Trust my word here. Any of Doremi patterns are gonna be easier than this. Yeah, whichever one you might be thinking of, yeah, it's easier than that one too. See, the problem here is that I cannot steer left. Every time I try to steer left, it's like pressing the left button there kills me. I mean, I do understand that it's probably a better idea to engage from left to right instead of from right to left, but... stupid ass laser, god damn it. Oh, what a shitty checkpoint. Checkpoints like this basically show you how fucked up the game is in itself. If your idea is beating this in legacy mode, you lack not bombing this. Or at least bombs exist for a reason, but So you are forced to home no matter what you do. And yeah, here RNG is a real problem. That was luck. That was pure luck. I have no clue how that laser didn't kill me. But I'm taking it. Well, at least we got that. Now the problem is remembering this spell card. Judging by the capture ratio, this isn't that... Yeah, okay, she was almost dead there. Problem is that now I have 1 point of power less, and that kinda sucks, but... That's the strategy, like you gotta dodge this from the bottom. How are you not dead? You should have been dead there. I am sorry, but you're full of shit right now. How did you not die? I don't know, but you should have. At least the good thing is that this is a spell card with very low health. Admittedly, looking at the capture ratio, I did this a lot faster last time. There we go. I mean, it's pure RNG. It depends on where she moves. Depending on where she moves, you're gonna deal damage or you won't. And that's another one of Marisa's issues. Boss movement is very important. To the point that it can make a spell card last like 10 seconds, or it could make it last more than half a minute. This one should be very easy, right? It should though. The only problem of this checkpoint is that it's long. Like it's like a lot of waves of enemies. Thankfully it's not hard, but it's still annoying that it lasts for so long. The idea... in fact, you can only kill like 2 simply to pass. You don't need to keep shooting and having the danger of getting killed. It is a very long checkpoint, all things considered. I was saying with those Reimu runs, it's simply a long checkpoint. And this is the one checkpoint that might fuck me up. This is not an easy checkpoint at all. You can avoid shooting these things, but they will shoot at you. Oh, that last laser. Fuck you. At least going up like that is not... Well, if you go up, you have to stop shooting though. If you kill anyone that is right above you, you're gonna get killed. When you go up here, stop shooting. Almost got past that. I'm pretty sad that I didn't get it on that attempt that I got far. Whatever. It happens. You can also delay that even more if you want to. And these morons, you don't even have to kill them. Yeah. Alright. At least the stage 3 is gone. Well, I mean, except for the boss, obviously. The Doremi, as I say, should not be a problem. I mean, especially after having done those Reimu runs. Like, I'm surprised at how well I got the non-spells. Okay, the non-spells... Like, I got a couple without dying, and it was a legacy run, like... Didn't have the retries of this thing. But also keep in mind that Reimu has a smaller hitbox, so... Yeah. Like, I think the next game in the series is the one that, for the first time, Reimu doesn't have a smaller hitbox for some strange reason. Oh yeah, this thing. If I'm not mistaken, the optimal way to dodge it is like that. Maybe from even higher up. Actually, no. There was another strategy here. It was about spinning here, right? Oh, it was like that. Okay. The spell cards with this very specific idea to dodge them. So I still feel like my other method is better. This other method feels like you spend more time shooting her. By doing it the intended way, it's kinda hard to hit her at all times. The only problem is getting past the second wave. Getting past the first wave is not hard at all. Like, I have to engage with the second one earlier, I think. Probably. Nice. That's not the intended way of doing it. The intended way is the other one I showed. That one will take a lot longer. So every time that I had to engage with that spell card, I did it like this. Well, this one I should be able to do it. Maybe not on the first try. No, actually it will be on the first try. Nice. I couldn't do it with Reimu on the first try, so I assumed that it will take longer here, but no, it didn't. Well, this one is a matter of luck, that you don't get a laser bouncing in a weird way, and that none of the blue bullets are also at the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, see, for example there, that stupid ass blue bullet being there because it felt like it. And then this one. It's not an easy spell card, but I don't think it should take that long. Well, looking at the capture ratio, it took 9 attempts last time. Nice, that was amazing. Well, say goodbye to stage 3. Now, stage 4 has a couple of stinkers, but unfortunately it's because of Marisa. Like, normally, some of the patterns in this stage are easy, but Marisa makes everything harder. That's just the way she is. The very last laser, dude. The very last one of them. What a dipshit. The very last one. Well, patterns like this one don't really have much to do with Marisa though. It's later on that Marisa, you start noticing the issue of using this character. Mostly the very final checkpoint before the boss. That's where you notice that picking Marisa is a mistake. But at least if you wanted to play Legacy mode. If you wanna play Legacy mode, don't pick Marisa, like, just don't do that. You can pick anything else. Any other character is a better idea. I mean, just pick Raisin, honestly, that's the best idea you can have. Probably auto-collected that a little bit too early. I mean, not like this non-spell should be a problem, but a non-spell was not a problem. Well, this part was also hard with Reimu, guys. Reimu amulets are not good enough here to kill these things fast enough. In fact, for this specific checkpoint, Marisa is probably better. You can simply kill these things. Oh, this is part of the same checkpoint. Oh, that sucks. That sucks many balls. A lot of balls. And that really fucking sucks. Having these two patterns in the same checkpoint is crazy. It's not like this particular pattern is hard, but the second one is very luck-based. Like the second one already engaging it by itself is hard enough. But here, having to engage it after another one, so basically taking longer to do a retry where you get lucky, team, that's gonna suck. And the checkpoint that comes afterwards is not much better either. Whatever. Okay. Unfortunately, these lasers are pure RNG, as far as I know. You can obviously react to them. It's not like you can only get lucky, but some combinations are very fucked up. Okay, I got it, nice. Whew. And this is the final checkpoint before the boss. This is the one I was talking about, that Reimu makes this a lot easier, because she can kill everyone basically. So leaving anyone alive here is a very bad idea. Okay. I'll take that too. Oh, that actually wasn't that bad at all. Oh wait, actually here, I just realized that auto-collecting earlier like wouldn't have made any difference, because the checkpoint will start from the non-spell start, so that regardless not gonna be any difference. But whatever. Now this is the hardest spell in the fight. Oh, I almost got it on the first try. Damn, that's fucked up. I mean, I got lucky in one dodge upwards. I got lucky on that one. If I can get lucky on that again, I can beat it. Yeah, I just don't understand what's the intended way of dodging this. Never did, and probably never will. Even if you kill all the enemies, you still have what's essentially a wall of amulets waiting for you to murder you. Only I could replicate that lucky dodge again. If you dodge on the other side, you have the same problem, but from the beginning instead. It is the only hard pattern Sagume has. Every other... Well, in fact, actually, you can just look at the capture ratio that this thing has. Almost getting into the 99 territory here, where the game just stops counting. At least it doesn't stop counting, it just stops showing it for some stupid reason. I can replicate that dodge, but I need to get lucky. That's the word. Though it's not just going upwards, it's also after doing that, being able to keep dodging the amulets. We'll also try going through the center, but honestly, this spell card is so messed up for no reason. It's mostly that I simply don't know what's the trick. I feel like if after all this time I couldn't figure out the trick once. Okay. I still don't know what the trick is, you know, that's the thing. That was just a lucky dodge. And I'm pretty sure it's not the intended way whatsoever. But yeah. Huh. This one was a capture the first time. Well, yeah. How could it not be a capture, especially with Marisa? You know, shit is gonna be a capture. Oh, and I already knew about the trick on this one the first time too. Completely skipping Sagume here. This spell card can be hard, but it's whatever. Oh, what the hell? Oh god, immediately killed them. Being right next to her, obviously you're gonna get contact damage. This one could be tough as well. The spell card that has, differently from the previous one, this one has a lot of health. Most likely because she's not being covered by anything. So you can deal direct damage, but it's not an easy spell card at all. It's still way easier than the first one, but I mean, anything that involves laser is gonna be a problem. Just the way it is. Come on, I cannot hold up there. If I hold up, I die to Sagume's hitbox. Apparently in the previous attempt it also took 9 attempts, so it's whatever. It's so hard to measure the lasers, it's crazy. It's actually pretty hard. Especially lasers that overlap like this one. That barely even touched me, dude. That should not count at all. Well, maybe with Rainbow it wouldn't have touched me. With Maricide though. The idea is also trying to deal as much free damage at the beginning as possible. She kinda refuses to go down. But yeah, so, you can say goodbye to stage 4. Problem is that now you gotta say hello to stage 5. And that's not a stage you wanna say hello to. Ever. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. I can tell you that. This stage is basically the stain of this game. It's the biggest stain that this game has. I mean, it's a pretty cool stage artistically, I guess. But yeah. When it comes to gameplay-wise, it's the equivalent of grabbing a hammer and directing it straight to your nuts with strength, of course. Oh, that was a good side switch. It's also a lot of grace. Well, this checkpoint... Oh, actually, this checkpoint might be a problem. Because of Marisa. Marisa actually not being able to kill the small fairies. Because they are gonna keep shooting those red stars well into the bottom of the screen. Ooh, that was extremely close. Okay, got it. Don't worry. Yes, welcome to a lunatic world. Or lunatic something. Well, at least this pattern is free. But I'm worried about the ones that will come later. This one should not be that big of a deal, right? I mean, if you engage it like that, yeah, but you can slowly move to the side. The question is, if the pattern... No, it's gonna be long enough to not let me do that. That's the issue. Because the lasers are extremely fast. So this is as slow as I can move. Eventually you reach the end of the screen. At least I start from up here. Okay, that should be enough. I wanna believe. Well, no, not really, but you can do that also. Kinda works. I mean, at least the next one should not be a problem. Nice. Okay, you can just go all the way around. It works. Oh, this one is gonna suck. At least Marisa deals good damage here against these enemies. So you can down them way better than Reimu could, for example. Nice. This pattern should also be fine. Like, it's gonna be probably slightly harder than Reimu, because Reimu can kill a lot of this before they even get the chance to shoot. So it will be slightly harder, it shouldn't be a problem. The real problem is the one that comes after this. Almost. I mean, after those green things, it stops. Actually, will being focused here, is it even better than being unfocused? I feel like it's the same shit. And what happens if you focus on one side? I mean, if you focus on... Well, no, it seems worse, because the ones that shoot from the other side that you are not in will keep shooting even if you get... They will keep shooting until you kill them, is what I'm trying to say. That laser grazed my ass. God damn it. The thing that scares me the most is the checkpoint after this one. This one is only being a problem now. And well, it will be a problem for a little bit apparently. But trust me, it won't be nearly as bad as the next one. The next one will require some luck. Nice. This checkpoint sucks. This checkpoint sucks. We might be stuck in it for a while. It is what it is. I already knew what I was getting into. It's gonna hurt so much. In fact, I don't even know how to engage it. So maybe that's the thing. It's a matter of knowing how to engage it and that's it. But wish I could remember what I did last time that I did this. Because right now I don't. Maybe this works. Well, it works for the blue ones. The red ones spawn slightly to the right, I think. For the blue ones it certainly works. I mean, for the red ones it will work if I move, but I don't think I can move during that. Oh, come on. Oops, I didn't see it. For some reason I wasn't paying attention. The problem is that I'm thinking, damn, I really want to beat this checkpoint. The reward for beating this checkpoint is fighting Clown Piece. So that doesn't seem like a very nice reward to me. Wow, it gets even more fucked up. Actually, wait, before you fight Clown Piece, no, there is another checkpoint I just remember. And that checkpoint is also kinda messed up. But hopefully not as messed up as this one though. Like, it's the one where the fairies come flying down and they shoot bullets when they die, right? Do they even need to die? It feels like they shoot bullets whether they die or not. We will see about that. I mean, I shouldn't worry about that now. Worry about this first. It feels like they all spawn from different sides. Or did I somehow miss aim? I mean, come on. At least you're always gonna be full power thanks to the insane amount of power items beforehand. Like, that's most likely more than 50. I mean, there's something I forgot to mention, but you lose 0.01 every time you die, but you can only lose a maximum of 0.5. Or, well, to make it easier to understand, 0.50. That's the maximum amount you can lose. So it's gonna go down 0.01 at a time, but no longer than 0.50. So at least you have that. And basically in this particular case it means that you should always be at full power thanks to the amount of items here, basically. Yeah, that asshole starts just to throw you off. The third one on the left side starts spawning on the very corner. What a dipshit. I feel like Shun did that on purpose. Did that on purpose to troll you, man. God damn it. It's alright. That dodge will be annoying too. I just cannot do that dodge. Alright. But pretty nice, I guess. What a dipshit. That's very sadistic soon. You're a little bit of an asshole because spawning this for no reason on different places here is just being an asshole. Like, this is being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. You have no reason to do this. You know? And the hole, or rather the space you have to dodge is very narrow. So even when things are going your way, dodging the incoming patterns is a problem. The other thing I could think of is killing the ones on the right. I don't know how that will change anything. But maybe it's easier on the right, I mean, you never know. Well, I don't know if it's easier, but they seem to be symmetrical in where they spawn. This one spawns there. The problem is that the other one starts shooting first, so no, I think it is a better idea to simply down the left side faster first. Most likely the right call. Oh, I forgot. My bad. It's pretty funny that if you don't... I feel like it is a mistake in games like Touhou at least, that making patterns essentially impossible to dodge unless you kill an enemy fast enough is not something I wanna see in Touhou. In regular shoot 'em up, sure, but in Touhou this sort of shit is... well, it's not common, but also not something I like either. I mean, if it was common, I wouldn't like it. This game has a lot of that bullshit, and unfortunately, the new Touhou game that is gonna release will also have a lot of that bullshit too. Well, we're gonna be here for a while, it seems. I mean, even more than we already been. It's what I say. This stage is the absolute stain this game has. It's the shit stain that you can remove. Not even with the best cleaning products in the world. Man, come on. At this rate, I'm actually gonna reach the 0.50 limit. Like, at this rate, it will happen. Whew. And I haven't even reached Clown Piece yet, and I'm already salty. That's a problem. I can get salty now, because if I get salty now, where do I get the salt to deal with Clown Piece? You know? Like, running out of salt already is a tragedy. You not do it yet. It's kinda like if you're going for like a regular run here and you run out of bombs. It's kinda like that. That's crazy. It's like that, but for running out of souls. Why do you have to be like this soon? Okay, finally, holy shit. Well, here you could theoretically not shoot anyone, but that doesn't make it that much easier to deal with. But when you shoot them, they launch that barrage of bullets. Well, barrage. That stream. This is the very final checkpoint before the boss. That is. The boss will be a whole new salt mine. It really will. Make no mistake, it will. That green star feel like it changed the direction simply to fuck me up. Actually, they don't change direction. No, they don't. I was sure they did. No, they go in a straight line. On the same speed that they are summoned, so... Well, that's weird, I guess. Though, these are not very obvious bullets either. As you can see, they are constantly spinning, and with so many of them, a lot of times it's hard to tell what direction they are truly going. For fuck's sake. I'm surprised I still have enough to full power here. I feel like I shouldn't. Okay, well, it was only a difference of 1. Well, not being full power here wouldn't really make it that different at all. Will be the same shit. Come on. I wonder if it's gonna take longer than the previous one. Probably not, but that's what I hope. Sweeping the screen is not a particularly good solution here, I gotta say. That's such a shame. I didn't even see that yellow bullet. There is so much garbage on the screen, it's hard to tell. Like, it is one of those cases, and especially because of the way that when you graze items stay on screen. That's one of the worst changes this game has. Making items stop when you graze is super shitty, because they start becoming visual clutter. Like, they don't exit the screen. Alright. Are we done? Whew. Well, yeah, we're done with the stage. Not with the boss. Alright, well, I'm just gonna say that I will get salty here, okay? Not a matter of will I get salty, no, I will get salty. It's guaranteed. So just know that. Take that into account. Will 100% get salty. most messed up thing is that this piece of shit has 2 survival spell cards. I mean, they are not the hard part of the fight, but it's crazy to me that a non-extra boss is allowed 2 survival spell cards. That should not be allowed. This spell card is not that hard to do. Little stars. Beautiful little stars. Well, these ones are not so little. Also, this is one of the spell cards that is harder in normal than it is on Lunatic, isn't it? These aren't the spell cards like RNG or some bullshit like that. I don't remember. Ooh, that was very close. I don't even think that was the right way of dodging that. Whatever, I got it. Almost. It's also another thing I don't like. These non-spells, for how hard they are, they take a lot to go around. Like, not even Doremi non-spells are this ridiculous with the amount of HP. Doremi non-spells are hard. Quite hard, I would have. Alright. And this took 33 tries. That's bad. Nice. And that was the first try. Good shit. Now the problem is this spell card that comes now. The spell card that comes now is easy to deal with if you just time it out, but that's my problem. I don't wanna time it out. I actually wanna capture every spell card in the game. And this one, oh wait, it's not this one. I mean the next one. This one is whatever. I mean, it's a hard spell card, but will be worse, I guess. That's how you corner yourself. No, actually, I kinda messed it up. It's very easy to deal with this spell card if you just do this. And having 4 points of power would have made it way easier. And I messed up. You don't actually need to dodge anything here. You just do it like this. And it kinda works. It would have been a lot easier with 4 points of power. Wait, does that count? No, it doesn't. Because it even was able to show bonus fail. If it shows bonus fail, it's because it considers the spell card to be done. It was weird. Fortunately, I cannot get it as fast as I got it last time now. That's a shame. It's very close. Like, if I had 4 points of power, this would have been done already. But I don't have them. Not anymore. I fumbled it. Ah, god damn it, dude. I don't think I can do it with 3 points of power actually. Like, this strategy will work with 4 and I'm sad that I didn't think of it. But yeah, with 3 this is not gonna work. I promise that doing this shit the intended way is absolute cancer. But like any of these bitch spell cards, really. Okay, got it. And the problem now is this one. Okay, it took me 22 attempts. I guess that's not that bad. It is the type of spell card that it's very easy to time out. Wait, I didn't get... Oh, I got scammed. Oh, that's pretty cool. Because for some reason the power items, I already picked them up. Well, that's a scam if I saw one. Damn, that's crazy. Nice scam. I don't remember if the time I got that capture if I had 4 points of power or 3. Oh, I actually have my doubts. Oh well. Yeah, that's an ultra scam. Very, very evil one. Actually, it shouldn't take that long. Just that the lasers barely give you any room to not get fucked. If you simply want to get rid of this spell guard, you should dodge from the sides instead of trying to be in the middle like this. And that's all you need to do. Just let just let the clock run out and that's it. But now I fumble it because of the stupid ass power items. It's fine. Well, at least if I manage to get this one, that's pretty much it, because the final spell card should be free. That's such a... It's okay, stop thinking on the past. Start thinking on now. I also find it pretty funny looking at this spell card art in the background. And knowing that that will be AI right now. The thing about those is that they weren't even drawn by Sun in the first place. I'm pretty sure that those are stock images. I mean, he probably buys them. It's not like he downloads them without permission. I wanna believe at least. But I don't think he draws that. Well, maybe his wife draws this, I don't know. I know that his wife draw like some sprites for 19 and also... Actually no, her wife did the art for the cards. I don't know if she did the sprites. No, that probably was someone else, right? I don't think his wife is a sprite artist, or is she? I think she's simply like a regular artist. I will have to check. Well, I don't really care enough to check, honestly. Something like that. It might seem like it's the same distance every time with the lasers, but it isn't. I don't know exactly how this spell guard works, but the distance between both sides of, like, the lasers of both sides is not always the same. So it's not like I'm choking every time and I'm moving a slightly different way that is making me die. No, it's that you have to move a different way every time. Are you not dead yet? There you go. Okay, I'm gonna wait here to get the power, I guess. Well, you don't need power for this one, but I guess starting with full power on the next stage is good. Actually, well, if this one gives you power at the end, it's the same as... I don't remember if the survival did that or not. We'll see. Okay, this survival should be free. Yeah, there you have it. Actually free. You know, she actually doesn't give you power. I guess it was a good idea to... Well, it wouldn't have made a difference because I didn't die. Well, on the final stage there aren't many bad things about it. The stage itself, I mean. The boss is a different story. The boss is a whole different story. For what I remember, there was only one hard checkpoint on this stage, which is... well, it's also a very long one. It's the one where you kind of have stars. Well, they are not stars, but you have little rays of light falling, which are like simply small bullet streams. Here, this one. There's nothing to kill, by the way, so... Yeah, this one, I think, was the hardest checkpoint of the stage. Probably. Yeah, that's the issue with that. That's the little problem with this one. I mean, you're essentially supposed to switch sides. Shouldn't be that hard to do, but it's the problem here. But I guess if you go very slow, you don't even need to switch sides, but it's not like going very slow is something you decide. It all depends on the blue thing. I guess a better idea is switching sides, but it's that it's hard. The density on these stars is a little bit high. The amount of stars. That's pretty funny of you, game. I gotta say, you have a very nice sense of humor. You are a comedian. Should do stand-up. You really should. The game has a sense of humor. Well, I mean, if it didn't have a sense of humor, Clone Piece wouldn't exist, you know? Nice. That was barely possible there. Oh, and actually in this checkpoint, you can simply not shoot. You don't need to do anything here because these enemies don't kill you. If you simply don't shoot, you're gonna be fine. Okay, we want to kill because we are bloodthirsty assholes. There you have it. Also, how is it going, Kyle? You came right in time. Or the pure furries. Alright. Shunko. Yeah, I have landed. Well, look. This boss fight is not that big of a deal. Well, in point device, that is. Until you reach the final pattern. It's only the final pattern that is a problem here. The other ones are okay, you know. They're just the way they are. One is also very RNG heavy, and it depends a lot. This will be a lot easier with Reimu. Marisa's big hitbox doesn't help here. So this was a first try capture on the previous no bomb run, which makes sense. It's not a hard spell card at all. Oh, come on! You're telling me that killed me? You don't even believe that. You're somehow telling me that laser hit me. I'm sorry, but you cannot even buy that. That laser hitting me, you are so shameless. You are so absolutely shameless. That's unbelievable. Like, I need a referee there. You are such a bitch. Talking about the game itself. I mean, Shunko is a bitch too, but I mean, being that picky with the laser hitbox is fucked up. Especially with the room, or well, the lack of room you have to dodge. Alright. This one is the sadistic. But actually, cannot you should stay in front of her? Not really. Like, in front of her it doesn't... Yeah, it's like, no, you don't. Okay. Oh, this spell card is hard. Ooh, and that's spicy. Are you seeing that? This took more than 100 attempts to capture the first time. And I think it's, well, aside from the final spell card, of course, it's the only spell card in the game that took more than 100 attempts. So this is gonna be a problem. I just want you to know that. I mean, you can figure it out very easily that it's gonna be a problem, but just wanna remind you that it is a problem. Folks. Also, did you see the news, Kyle? Miku is gonna be in a new Sonic racing game. Like, this bitch is gonna make me waste money again. Well, not waste, should I spend? But man, it's unbelievable. Just has to be that way. I mean, one thing is having Miku in a game I don't give a shit about. Having Miku in a game that I am interested in playing is very dangerous. Like, it's like, you know, Miku in Fortnite, who cares? I'm not gonna play that game. But in a Sonic racing game, it's very tempting. Very, very tempting. Wasn't even room to dodge there. What the hell, dude? That's also another problem with this Belgar. The boss movement in this Belgar is probably like the most important boss movement in any of the Spellgars in this game. Depending on where she moves, this Spellgar could be a nightmare or it could be more reasonable. But it solely depends on that. Like, the problem is there, if she's in the middle, by the time she summons the 3 lilies at the same time, there's not much you can do. You gotta pray that she's not in the middle. And even when she's not in the middle, you still have to pray that you are not cornered by bullets, which could easily happen as well. Oh, she's in the middle, it's over. Well, you can still dodge, but it becomes a lot harder. Nice. Eat shit! That was a lot faster than last time, without a doubt. And now the patterns that come from here on out are not that big of a deal at all. Again, except for the final one. The final one is the only one that is in a different level. It's in a very different level. And it's the one that to this day I could never capture. Will that change today? Probably not, but we are gonna try, of course. Now keep in mind that I have a new monitor, so surely that's gonna make a difference, right? I don't see why it wouldn't, right? We are certainly not coping here. Also, this non-spell looks so hard until you realize that you can just chill on the bottom of the screen. It still doesn't make it free, because there can be some combinations where the bottom bullets can still hit you. For the most part, it's nothing compared to how impossible it will be if you were dodging this in the middle of the screen. And this is the freest Spellgar on the fight. But in fact, this was also a first-time capture last time too. And it makes sense. But I guess this time it cannot be that way. For some weird reason. This time around, we are just not entitled to the first-time capture. That's a shame. I hope I didn't do that too late. Or too early, I mean. I actually did it too early. Fuck. No, dude. Well, it's hard to tell when it's counting, like the auto collection. I mean, I'm glad I waited a bit at least, because that would have been way worse otherwise. But man, that's some scary shit. This thing is one of those extreme RNG checks. Because those lasers, depending on how they are arranged, they can really screw you, or not. A shame because I was close on the previous one. It is what it is. Fuck. Well, at least you basically have this pattern, then the survival, and then that's it, right? Well, that's it. You get the final spell, regardless. But like, that's the extent of the fuckery. Well, that was pretty good. Then here, yeah, okay, I was getting myself prepared there, mister. It is the survival. See, Soon really like the idea of having 2 final bosses in a row with a survival spell card. And I don't particularly see the issue. Well, I mean, I kinda see the issue. Survivals are a little bit fucked. This one is not that big of a deal, though. Will be a lot worse. After this one is done, we are back at the good old pristine Danmaku Hell, huh? They really didn't take that long at all to get back there, at least. That's the cool thing. Is that there you try to go slower because the speed is getting a lot faster, but you do what you can, you know? Did I really get hit by a non-moving blue bullet? Well, when the spam is so fast there, it's hard to tell that they are not moving. I mean, it's hard to see them. The red bullets kinda overlap. Or well, overlap. They go with... They make you not focus on the blue ones as much. At the end is the problem. Without a doubt. This survival is not as hard as I'm making it look. This survival is quite easy, but I guess I should suck. It is the way it is. Actually, you know, I don't remember how many attempts it say that it took me to do this last time. I actually have not seen what it said. So there is another problem with making this a survival, which is the fact that you won't get any power items when this spell card is done. And that means that you will be forced to do the final spell card without full power, which kinda sucks. The final spell card is very hard already, so essentially having the handicap of doing it with 3 points of power instead of 4 is a little bit of a problem, but it is what it is. What can you do? But bro, like those last 10 seconds are so deadly. Like I legitimately cannot deal with them. I'm surprised I was able to capture this in so little attempts on my previous run. Like, I know it's not a hard spell card, but like I'm just getting absolutely fucked at the end. Unless I got super lucky, like I started to run. But I can also do this. It will help you a little. Okay, it helps you. That it's okay. It's alright. Don't lose composure. As much as you would like to, it's too early for that. You're still not in the hard spell card. Like save your composure for that, where you are allowed to lose it. On the final spell card, you are more than allowed to lose it. I think this is simply a mental block on this spell card. I swear this is not a hard spell card. This is like the prime definition of a mental block. It is what it is. And the problem is that at the end, if you start moving and focus like that, you are gonna spawn into bullets pretty much. That's not a good idea either. And finally, holy shit. Well, I say finally as if what comes here is not a pain in the ass, you know? And this is where we are stuck for eternity. Now, well, aside from the fact that this was never captured, as you can tell by the 0, that 99 doesn't do this justice, of course. I will have to check, but I'm pretty sure I'm already in like 3,000 attempts into this spell card. And all this time still not being able to beat it. And the problem is that that attempt that I just got is the best attempt that you're gonna see, because that was at full power, but now you cannot be full power. You simply cannot. I feel like if you were allowed to do this full power, it wouldn't be as absolutely painful as it is right now. But yeah, you are not allowed to do that. But yeah, look, the expectation of this is that I will be stuck doing this until the end of the stream and not being able to capture it. That's the expectation. Because, as I already said, I never captured this before. But it could change. Maybe, like, here I'm relying on my monitor. Like, surely my new monitor is gonna get me out of this Danmaku hell, right? Surely it will be that way. But I kinda have my doubts. We will see though. Promise that the RNG here is absolutely crazy. The RNG in this Belgar is probably like one of the worst instances of insane RNG in the Touhou series. These are pure reactions. There is no trick to this Belgar. It's the reason why it's a pristine Danmaku hell. It's essentially the only thing that could get in the way of the no-bomb. Everything else I know that I'm way more than capable of doing it. This one is a different story. Simply a different story. But hey, at least now I have a run of point device on YouTube with no bombs. But up until this point. Yeah, that's something I didn't have before, so I'm glad. I'm really surprised I never uploaded it to YouTube. And I look for it, but no, it's not there. Okay, I guess now I don't have to worry about that. Instead I have to worry about PDH, which was already a worry of me before, so nothing really changed. When I say a worry of me, I mean a worry of mine. Sorry, I'm an ESL, you know, it's hard to say words sometimes. And believe it or not, this is the best character to do this. Everyone else's damage here is worse. This is the best character to deal with this spell guard. So, when you look at the whole picture, suffering through all these stage portions where you cannot really kill enemies reliably, is worth it simply because of this. Simply because you're gonna have the easiest time against Shunko's final Spellguard. It's kinda like you're about to get hammered in the balls, and you know, you can choose to wear regular pants or to wear, you know, pants that are like work pants, like the kind of pants that that construction workers use. Yeah, it's gonna hurt less, but it's still gonna hurt. And well, it's also probably gonna make you, you know, sterile. But yeah. it's less pain, but the pain is still strong. Well, I should have warned that I hope you like this song, because you're gonna be hearing it for a while. I hope this song is your favorite. I really do. When it comes to boss themes in this game, I mean, I like this song, I guess, but to me the two that stand at the top are Ringo and Doremi, the songs. Those two are very good. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say especially like one of them, but no, like, they are both very good. Like Ringo's piano is fantastic, and then Doremi with the whole like electronic effect. I don't know how it's called, but like that thing that essentially makes the song sound dreamy, right? Like, but which, by the way, dreamy is what Doremi's name should be if Sun wasn't a stoner. No, it's Doremi. It is the way it is. What was her last name? I actually forgot. Doremi Sweet, right? Well, not like Dreamy Sweet will make much sense either. And you gotta understand that Sun is... Well, I was gonna say he's an ESL. That's implying that he can use the English language. He can. So yeah, not even an ESL, but yeah. I mean, in one of the following games after this one, he misspelled the word ghost by writing it as goast. Pretty funny. I mean, one thing is having grammar mistakes. You know, grammar is hard in every language because it's something that, since it's probably not the same as your native language, it's gonna be unnatural. But fucking up on vocabulary when you have dictionaries online everywhere is like, what are you doing? But yeah. I mean, we're talking about the same guy that is gonna be using AI art for his latest game, so... Putting effort into things is not particularly his strength. I mean, he puts enough effort to make the games good, most of them. But yeah, he doesn't go the extra mile. He used to go the extra mile, like before, well, basically up until Touhou 9. He became a family man somewhere there. And you know, even if you want to put in the effort, he could sink even deeper and use AI to translate the games. Well, that wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, compared to neglecting the English player base altogether, I think I will take a shitty AI translation to nothing at all. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, he wouldn't do that because he doesn't give a shit about the English players. Hey, how is it going, Wasabi? He unfortunately doesn't give a fuck. Like, if you are not Japanese, you might as well not exist. Well, I mean, that's the mindset of a lot of Japanese people. If you're not in Japan, you might as well be from a different planet. But yeah, whatever. Lately I don't even bother about translation. I mean, as you can see, I've been playing the games untranslated for quite a while. I simply cannot be asked. I mean, it's not like installing the translation is a problem, it's just that I don't care. I don't care what the characters have to say, I don't care about what the spell cards are called. I just don't care. I used to, but not anymore. I'm here for the dodges. I became one with the gameplay. The problem is that unless Sun was fluent in English, and he won't ever be fluent in English, translations will always suck. The problem with translations is that you have a lot of fan fiction in there, and a lot of times the translators cannot even make up their own minds, so they change shit like 2 years after the game release. So you open the game and suddenly, oh, things have a different meaning now. Harass your local translator. I mean, in this case, it's as I say it. Unless Sun himself knows English and writes the script of the games himself, it's like you can't translate these games. Because you will notice, if you are involved into the series, the amount of fan fiction that the translation is insane. Like, a lot of people are gonna try to tell you no, but it's so it makes sense in English, so it captures the original intention and all of that. And in some cases that might be the case. But the fact that they went as far as to, for example, I mean, this is the example I always put, but in Mystic Square calling Alice Margatroyd, even though in no place in the game the name Margatroyd is spelled, is crazy. Like, that's how far the fanfiction goes. Like, making shit up for no reason, basically. Like, yes, it's probably the same Alice as in Windows, so that's not argument enough to make shit up, you know. It's like the bitch get out of the way. At least that one is funny. The bitch get out of the way line. It got changed. PC98 Alice has no name. No, she's called Alice. Like, that's it. Well, yeah, Arisu. Like, when you look at the dialogue, it says Arisu. And when you look at the credits, it says Alice, I think, actually. But on the dialogue, it says Arisu in katakana. I will actually have to look at the credits. I'm pretty sure it just says Alice in English. I will have to double check, but I think it just says Alice. So yeah, her canonical name is Alice in PC98. I'm also pretty sure Yuka doesn't have a last name. Like, Yuka is just Yuka. And I think they also... Well, that's something I'm not sure, so I don't want to say anything, because I'm simply not sure. But what I'm trying to say is that's the kind of shit they make up. Though, that's a funny thing with the bitch get out of the way line, that in more recent... Like, the most recent version is basically, hey, you get out of the way. Which, I guess it's fine, but I feel like a better translation for that, it will be something like, you better get out of the way, because that sounds rude and threatening, which is why it's supposed to be in Japanese. If I'm not mistaken, the word she uses is omae. So just saying you, even though it's a direct translation, I think that is a little bit insipid. Obviously going as far as to call Reimu bitch is a little bit too much. I think that I will have to read the line again because maybe I'm misremembering it. I think the best way to translate it is something like "you better get out of the way." Like sounding patronizing, right? This is what the original line is. I don't know what the latest version even is. Maybe the latest version is also different from last time I saw it. It fits, but it's hard to translate mean speech from Japanese into English without resulting to insults. Yeah, it's what I'm saying. To me, the perfect translation will be, "you better get out of the way." Like, I think that will fit perfectly. Even though, yes, you're taking a little bit of liberties there. But between that and using the word bitch, I think that that one is a better fit, if you ask me. I'm no translator, of course, and I can't speak Japanese, but I do know the implications of the word omae. Omae is supposed to be historically a very respectful word to refer to someone. The point is that it's so respectful to the point that if you use it casually, it sounds like you are mocking someone. It's the same as kisama. It used to be extremely honorific until, you know, it kinda got used sarcastically and now it's offensive. Omae, if I'm not mistaken, is literally o, which is like the polite particle to add to words. Like, for example, when you're offering someone tea, you say o-cha, but the word for tea is just cha, so you add the o to make it more polite, right? And omae, that o, I'm pretty sure it's the same, and mae simply means in front of me, right? So it's like a respectful way, but it's so overly respectful that it goes all the way around to be rude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are Argentinian translations of the games, probably. But last time I checked, I think there was. It will be funny to play with some of those. But yeah. There's also you know, I think that Touhou translations, well, forget about the PC98 translation full of fanfiction. Talking mostly about the Windows translations. They have the problem of the translators overthinking everything. This is what I told you. Like, maybe 2 years after a game release, they will change a line randomly. And it's like, I don't know, you're probably overthinking it. Well, and I also check sometimes that the translation is simply not accurate. Yeah, like, you know how Kogasa's theme is translated as "beware the umbrella left there forever" or something like that, but that's not an accurate translation. It's something like "beware like the perennial like umbrella" or something like that. Like, they essentially are adding shit up that is not there, you know? Yeah, it's whatever. It's something like Beware the Spare Umbrella. Beware the Perennial Spare Umbrella, I think it's the translation. But yeah, a lot of times they translate, because in a dialogue is something that you can have a lot more liberties, because it depends on the way they speak, and you can, you know, add a lot of original speech to it to make it seem more authentic. But when it comes to name of the songs or spell cards, to me it feels a little bit, you know, straightforward. Unless, of course, the name itself is like an expression, right? But in the case of Kogasa's team, I'm pretty sure it's not an expression. It's like it's just a regular name that these guys just make shit up because they feel like it. But it is what it is. But I essentially didn't want to deal with that, so I rather not understand than, you know, understand someone else's fanfiction, you know. I mean, it's useful to identify songs, but a lot of times, if a song has an English part, just use the English part, you know. Like in the case of this one, if you want to refer to this song, you can just call it Pure Furies, and that's it. You don't have to worry about the Japanese part of the song. Well, the Japanese part of the song is, I think, Whereabouts of the Heart or some shit like that. Yeah. I was out to say, hey, wait, what was I out to say? It's about something that got announced at a game show today, but I can't remember what it was that I wanted to share with the class. What did I want to share with the class? I feel like it was something Kyle would be interested in, but now I don't remember. Fuck. Well, I do know that they announced the Street Fighter 6 DLCs. Like, it's essentially gonna be Alex, C. Viper, Ingrid, and Sagat. But that wasn't what I was gonna tell Kyle. It was something else. No, not about Marvel either. No, it's about something else. And what was that something else? Oh yeah, Code Vein 2. Since I know that you play the first Code Vein 2 got announced. In case you are interested, you have that. Yeah, I personally don't give that much of a shit, but maybe you do. So, there's that. Code Vein 2 is coming. Yeah, Ingrid. You know, Ingrid, depending on how they make her look, I'm willing to buy that DLC. Like, I'm actually willing to shell some money and buy that DLC. But only if they make her pretty. And that's something that Capcom can easily fuck up. But if they make Ingrid as pretty as the game she previously appeared in, I will have to buy her and main her as well. It's been worked on for a while now. Supposed to be released last year, but Shift was radio silence. It's okay. I mean, I don't think it's a game that many people are looking forward to, honestly. But hey, for the Code Vein fans, very good news. So yeah, congratulations. Aside from that, I don't think there were many other things. Oh yeah, well, and the thing that I mentioned earlier, that they announced a Miku for the Sonic Racing game, which means I will probably have to buy it. If it's a Sonic, I mean, it's what I say. If you look at my playthrough of Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform, I say, man, imagine if instead of having a character like Ulala that nobody gives a shit about, you had Miku. And yeah, my dream came true, so it's like, now I'm forced to buy it. Yeah, Miku from Fortnite, except that now she's in a good game. Well, or that's what I think it is. I haven't played that game, but I mean, the worst thing that I heard about that game is that it's mediocre. So that seems good enough for me. Look, if it's a racing game that has Miku in it, it's like you're talking to me. Because you already saw what my favorite genres are. Like Danmaku, racing, fighting, and wait, what's the other? Oh, platforming. Actually, has Miku even appeared in a platforming game? I don't know. She has no license. I kinda doubt that. I mean, if she had no license, can you imagine the insane amount of non-safe for work games that will be released on Steam? Project Diva has an Ulala costume. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's because Sega gives a shit. That's the difference. Sega gives a shit because Space Channel was a Sega game. So it's not like that costume is there because someone was like, man, I wish I could see Ulala's costume in Project Diva. No, it's because it's a Sega franchise. Same as Puyo Puyo. Like, why is there a Puyo Puyo costume in Project Diva? Well, because it's a Sega franchise. Like, that's the end of it. She has cute license, of course. Also, how is it going, Clonka? Yeah, we have Clonka here. You know that I basically redid the Snow Bomb run, and well, as expected, I'm back on Hell. And yeah, the monitor doesn't seem to help for this one, unfortunately. But hey, at least attempts are being made, you know. Hey, that's the thing. Attempts are being made. But yeah, have you seen the Street Fighter announcement, Clonka? Like, I'm so hyped for Ingrid. It's just that the design that I saw, I didn't like it, but I mean, she should have a classic costume like everyone else. So I feel like I'm actually gonna bite and buy her when she releases. Though by that time, I will want to have Lily in Master, which shouldn't take that long since I'm in Diamond 2. Will take more, like probably 5 more sessions, assuming I don't get obliterated. Yeah, it looks weird, but that's the thing. It's gonna have the classic costume, so as long as they don't butcher her face, I'll get her. Because Ingrid is the most gorgeous character in the series. A lot of people are like, no, but Chun-Li is the most beautiful. No, but Kame is the most beautiful. No, it's Karin. It's, you know, no, fuck you, it's Ingrid. Ingrid is the prettiest character in the Street Fighter series, just that it's a character that was barely even used in any game. Like it was using like that shitty Capcom crossover and in a specific version of Alpha 3 if I'm not mistaken. So it's not a character that is very common because of that, but she's the prettiest character in the series. Like that's something that it's a hill I'll die on. No other girl in Street Fighter is more pretty than Ingrid. Like that's 100%. Yeah, Karin is pretty too. Like compared to Ingrid, it's just like, you know. If a bitch laughs, yeah, the Osho-sama laugh. She has a higher score by default, of course. Have you actually played the Street Fighter Alpha games yet? I mean, I played them a long time ago. I haven't played them on stream. Well, I played the first one on stream and I proceeded to get obliterated by the AI. But I'm not a very big fan of the Alpha games. I don't like the art style, I don't like the mechanics, I don't like the AI either. Like, to me, well, if you forget that Street Fighter 5 exists, it's my least favorite Street Fighter, like, group of games. But yeah, with Street Fighter 5 existing, yeah, it obviously takes the spot. Like, I personally prefer 2, 3, and 4, well, and 6, of course. For half a second during the announcement, I thought it was Karin. I mean, honestly, at this point, all of them should be here. The fact that Karin is not a character despite being one of the most popular Street Fighter 5 girls is extremely stupid. Like, the fact that Laura is not a character and Blanca is stupid. You know? Like, when it comes to the roster, there are a lot of stupid decisions in Street Fighter 6. But yeah, I would like Karin too. It's just that if you make me pick between any Street Fighter girl and Ingrid, I'll always pick Ingrid, no matter what. Clearly even. Like, I don't have to think it twice. You know? Yes, that includes Lily, my main. The Alpha 3 announcer is a hood classic. They retired Sakura in B. I'm still salty about that. It also needs Makoto. They graduated her. Yeah, she's a VTuber and got graduated. No, I mean, the point is that, I mean, I don't know what the story of Street Fighter 5 is, but she stopped being a student, now she's like a flight attendant or some shit. And Makoto, yes, also should be a character. It's just that the problem is that Makoto, gameplay-wise, could potentially be the best character in the game. Unless they got her extremely. Like, having a character with Makoto's game plan in Street Fighter 6 is a big danger. Because you have a character with an insane dash, with a command grab, and with like insane damage. In a game where that will make you top tier, but like, especially with Drive Rush, you are unstoppable, you know? That's the messed up thing, you know? One of those things that it is the way it is. What I don't know is what the nice word. What the release order is on the DLCs. Did they announce that? I'm assuming Sagat comes first because it's the only gameplay footage that they showed, so Sagat is first. But then do we know the rest? Also, Sea Viper as a choice is very shitty, honestly. T-Viper to me was always a lame character, but if you want a Street Fighter 4 representative, I don't know, you could pick... Well, I mean, you already have Shuri, which is like the most important one, but you could bring Hakan. So I got first team grid last. Oh shit. So I essentially have a year to get Lily in master. Yeah, no problem, bro. We got this. I have a whole year to put Lily there in master. Yeah, that's no problem, right? I mean, I'm in Diamond too. I don't think it's far-fetched to say that in 5 streams I can reach master. I mean, keep in mind that I'm fighting against South Americans. Not precisely the strongest player base in the game, you know? Like, if I was in Japan, I probably wouldn't even be close to master. Or in the USA. If I was in the USA or Japan, I probably would still be in Platinum. But in South America, the lack of competition makes it that someone like me can reach, you know, can reach Diamond. Yeah. The Tortuguita Saigo, I agree. Well, actually, hey, hold up. You actually have one of the best players in the world right now, Kael. One of the best players in the world is Chilean, called Blas, or Blaze, I don't know how you pronounce it. Like, that's one of the best players in Street Fighter 6 right now, and it's from Chile. It's just that you're not gonna run into him online, you know. But yeah. Yeah, Chile. Well, and it's like, that's the thing about Chile. Chile, not the first time you have a world-class player. In fact, not the first time you have an Evo champ. Yeah, it's a Ryu main. There was a top 10 in Osu, yeah. What was his name? It's been so long I don't remember, but yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember. It's been a long time. It's impossible for me to remember the name. But yeah, I know which one you talk about. But yeah, I was about to say, you also have an Evo World Champion, which is Kane Blue River. The Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Evo World Champion. You actually produce some very good players. Unlike Argentina, that doesn't have a single, you know, world-class player yet. Well, there is one, I think, in Mortal Kombat, but I mean, who gives a shit about Mortal Kombat? You know? Kane Blue River is probably one of the best Marvel vs. Capcom players in the world, because here's the thing. Differently from every other shitty Evo champ on Marvel vs. Capcom, this guy is using a mid-tier team. Like, it's not using any broken character. And he won an Evo with that team. So that's crazy to me. Like, everyone is rocking Virgil, Zero, Dante, Morrigan, Doom, all these broken ass characters, and Kane Blue River is using Hagar, Hulk, and Sentinel. Well, Sentinel is a good character. Compared to the ones I mentioned before, it's nothing. Caja con hambre, I don't know who that guy is. We lost the SNK crown over here. Well, but the problem is that you have some very rough competition, dude. You're competing against Xiaohai and Goichi, which are players that are absolutely insane. Oh, Hungry Bots. Well, but Hungry Bots is... like, yes, he's Argentinian, as in he was probably born in Argentina, but I mean, he's American. You know? Like, that's like saying that, I don't know. That's like saying that well, just in case YouTube doesn't like the last name, that's like saying Arnold the Terminator. That's like saying that he's not American, because I don't know where he originally is from, but I'm pretty sure he was, like, he immigrated to America from, I don't know what country, but I mean, he's American for all intents and purposes. Oh, Australia? Oh, I see. Oh wait, didn't he say he didn't speak English very well? I mean, if he's from Australia, he should. Charles Erishan, yeah, that one. But like, I'm pretty sure that the story was that he barely spoke English. And that wouldn't make any sense if he was Australian. Well, unless he was a Maori. Which... that would be hard to think about. He could. I mean, why not, right? Have you heard Australian accent? Well, I know that they love to say the word cunt a lot. In a... you know... in a very friendly way, but... I mean, it's not that bad. Like, you know, like I'll take Australian accent all the time before British accent. You know, I heard Australian accent, and yes, it's hard to understand sometimes, but compared to British, I don't know. Oh, he's Austrian. Well, yeah, that makes sense. No, I'm not Indian. This is going Schizo Southerner. Well, that's an interesting name. But yeah, if it's Austrian, it makes sense, because, well, they speak Austrian over there. Well, actually, Austrian, hold on. Don't they, like, nowadays, don't they speak German in Austria? Isn't that one of those countries where the original language pretty much died? Yeah, they speak German, okay. I think that at some point it wasn't like that. I think at some point they had a language. Don't know which one. You should rebrand this. No, I think it's fine. But yeah, in that case it makes, well, considering the last name, it makes sense he's from there. But yeah, basically back to what I was saying. It's like saying that Arnold is not American because he was born in Austria. But yeah, Hungry Bots, for all intents and purposes, is American. Well, in fact, if we're talking about the Melee, the Smash Melee community, most of the top players from back in the day, well, they are all American, but they are all American with backgrounds outside of America. Like Mango, for example, like he's Hispanic, if I'm not mistaken. Mewtwo King, no, I think that guy is 100% American. And then who was the other one? Well, there is Plub as well. I think that guy might be American too. Like, you know, from beginning to end. Yeah. But I mean, the Hungry Bot's real name is like Juan Diadema or something like that. They obviously Hispanic, but like nobody will deny he's American. And that applies also to a lot of the players from like other games like Street Fighter and stuff. I mean, Chris Shi, like the Marvel Evo champion and also an amazing Street Fighter player. That guy's real name is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Christopher Gonzalez. That's a Hispanic last name. Well, Justin Wong is also Chinese American. Who else? Well, Ricky Ortiz. Ortiz is a Hispanic last name as well. Who else am I missing? Well, I'm missing a lot, obviously. Well, Filipino champ. Well, actually, that is kind of in the name. The name kind of gives it away, I guess. All these people that I'm mentioning are 100% American. Just that their backgrounds are not precisely the ones you would expect. The Russell rubber his hands for the Marvel game. Oh, he's gonna take advantage of that game so much. I mean, the same way when the Capcom, like the Marvel vs. Capcom collection came out, and he was playing rank like for 2 weeks straight. Oh, he's gonna farm the shit out of that game without a doubt. It's just that there is a little bit of a thing. Keep in mind that Justin Wong is a very Capcom guy. So, considering that this Marvel game is made by Arc System Works, I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure that Capcom has a check on him, right? I'm pretty sure that Capcom, you know, keeps him around. But we will have to see when that game releases. Have to wait and see. Oh, I just remember Gutex. The infamous Gutex is also Hispanic. Like his full name, if I'm not mistaken, is Ryan Gutierrez, right? And Gutierrez is a Hispanic last name. Yeah. Even the infamous Gutex has a Hispanic background. Yeah, that was PogChamp, correct? The PogChamp guy himself, indeed, the one and only, Gutex. It's a shame. That's also one of the problems of being American. He gets exposed to so much shit in media that it ended up driving him insane. Well, insane is an exaggeration, but basically completely ruining his mind for classic rage bait and shit. That's why when you are American, you have to be very careful with the media you consume. Because if you consume media unfiltered, you're gonna end up like Gutex, and you don't want that. To be fair, Street Fighter 5 being a piece of shit also didn't help. Like at the time, the people that were Street Fighter fans when Street Fighter 5 released, a lot of them lost their minds. basically trying to dedicate their whole lives to become a pro player, and then the game that they dedicated is a shitty ass game like Street Fighter 5. It's easy to go insane, but yeah, it basically was a combination of factors. It is the way it is. But yeah, what can you do? But it's fine. It's essentially a matter of being able to identify and properly react to rage bait, which is basically by not reacting to it, by ignoring it. People like Gutex see rage bait and they are like, you know, I gotta go there. Never knew his lore. Well, his full lore is that he was a third strike player. Wasn't extremely good. He played Urien, if I'm not mistaken. But he was good enough to basically wash the majority of the American players, which for third strike is not a hard thing to do, I guess. But he was a good third strike player, and then when Street Fighter 4 released, he entered tournaments, but he's mostly known for the excellent adventures of Gutex and Mike Ross, which is a series of YouTube videos that, as the name implies, is Gutex and Mike Ross playing Street Fighter 4. Very good videos, by the way. If you have free time and you don't know what to watch, you could watch those videos. They are very entertaining. Basically, back when Gutex and Mike Ross were a team, but then when Gutex started falling for rage bait and also Street Fighter 5 drop, and he wanted to, you know, basically become esports friendly, all that shit made him go insane. Well, it also made Mike Ross go insane too. It's just that if I had to judge as an outsider, I would say that Mike Ross is doing better than Gutex right now, but it's fine. But yeah, that's the lore of Gutex. It basically is a Street Fighter streamer, was at least. Obviously above average. He was never really a tournament contender. Ironically, Mike Ross was tournament contender. Like, he got 4th place at EVO. That's not something that anyone can say. Like, getting 4th place at EVO is something. Esports friendly, yeah. Well, basically, for example, despite how garbage Street Fighter 5 was, they weren't allowed to say how shit it was because they had Capcom money. So if they didn't want to piss Capcom off, they had to pretend like Street Fighter 5 wasn't dog shit. So yeah, that's what I mean by esports friendly. They couldn't just say, man, look at this shitty ass game with the shitty ass graphics it has, with the shitty ass mechanics, the shitty ass balance, the absolutely lackluster content, the absolute dog shit netcode, right? Like, he couldn't say any of that. He had to pretend like Street Fighter 5 was not a complete piece of trash. And that was the case for most top players at the time. And even if Gutex wasn't a top player, he obviously wanted to be in Capcom's payroll like everyone else. So he was forced to pretend like the game was good. But yeah, you can see how he went insane. And same with Mike Ross. I mean, Mike Ross had to pretend for a while until finally he snapped and it's like, I'm out of here, fuck Capcom, fuck Street Fighter 5, I'm gonna do my own life, and he did. Like, you gotta understand, dude, every time I talk shit about Street Fighter 5, I don't do it because it's funny. I mean, it is funny, yes, but aside from that, I do it with fundamentals. Like, Street Fighter 5 is an absolute piece of trash. You can say that it lives rent-free in my head, sure, but I'm saying it because it's true, you know? I'm saying it because I saw all these stories unfold like in front of my own eyes. People that should stop playing altogether, you know? People that should stop playing fighting games altogether because that game was that shit. Some other people try to give other games a chance, like Tekken 7 or, you know, Guilty Gear XR. Well, Micros being one of them. Micros move on to Guilty Gear XR, was an Axel player. But yeah. Moral of the story is, well, you already know what the moral of the story is. Street Fighter 5 kill Gabi's family? Of course. Now, yeah, Street Fighter 5, dude. You know when you say something is personal? That's very personal. My hatred for Street Fighter 5 is very personal. And even if it wasn't personal, I still have more than enough reasons to hate it and remind everyone how shit it is every time that it comes to my mind. You know? So yeah, that's the thing. Street Fighter 5, dude. No. Choose no. Nope. Not at all. I mean, even games like Mortal Kombat, I will be willing to say that are better than that piece of shit. And I think that Mortal Kombat is an extremely shitty game. But compared to Street Fighter 5, the Street Fighter 5 did a lot of bad things. A lot of unforgivable things. But it is the way it is. That's the reason why, when I look at Street Fighter 6, I understand people complaints. I understand that dealing with drive rush and throw loops is annoying, that not having as much content released as Street Fighter 5 can be disappointing, but like, you compare Street Fighter 5 and 6, dude, and it's a world of difference. It's like you're comparing. It's what I say before multiple times. If Street Fighter 5 was, instead of that, it was called, like, I don't know, Grumpy Fighters, and instead of being made by Capcom, it was made by, I don't know, like super small developer, right? That's the name of the team, right? If it was that like that, everyone will ignore it and they will say, well, yeah, this is cool for an indie game, but yeah, I'm not gonna play it. And that's not something that is the case with Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is a complete product. Like, it actually is a game that if it had another name, it would still be played. Yeah, made by Tasofa. Not to mention that the whole Death of Our rant I show you, well, yeah. That's also another true thing about Street Fighter 6, that the music is fucking trash. But I think these are all complaints that are obviously valid and complaints that I mostly agree with. Like, I don't like throw loops, I don't like drive rush, I don't like the music. But the good things about Street Fighter 6 heavily outweigh the bad things. With Street Fighter 5, the only good thing I can think of is that the girls were extremely hot and the costumes were extremely, like, revealing in a lot of cases. Aside from that, oh, and some of the music was cool too. Like, a lot of the remixes, like, you know, Ken's theme, what other one? Ken's theme, well, Nash theme, Nekali's theme, like, all those songs are very good. Some of them not so much, but it has good things too. But when you when you waited with the bad things, it's like those things is like they weren't even there, with how much the bad things outweigh the good ones. Yeah, have a good one, Clone Cat. Thanks for hanging out. Don't worry, you're not gonna miss anything. I mean, I'm not gonna capture this shit. There is no way I can capture this trash. So yeah. Don't worry about it. Essentially, the moral of the story is yeah. Buy Street Fighter 6. I'm not being paid by Capcom. I mean, though, that's simply a realistic thing. If you want to play a modern fighting game, it's the one to get. I mean, either that or Strive. I personally wouldn't recommend Strive. They are the two games. If you wanna play other people online, it's those two. And a lot of people hate both games, both Street Fighter 6 and this other one, like Strive. And it's understandable, but you also gotta understand that is your only option if you want to fight against other people. Because every other option is essentially a Discord fighter. Well, I guess the exception being Tekken 8, but lately with how much bad fame Tekken 8 has been getting, I feel that I don't think that's a good idea. Alright. I think I'm gonna end the stream shortly, because quite honestly I don't see myself capturing this shit. There is absolutely no reason. Well, no reason. Yeah, there is a reason, but I mean, there is no way, is what I'm trying to say. Capturing this thing, unfortunately, will not be very possible. So let's give it 10 more tries. Let's do the classic. Let's start counting down. 10 more tries. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's see how that goes. That's one. I'm gonna try to focus, but I don't think that focusing in this spell card even matters. At least not the way I'm playing it. I'm playing it to get lucky, basically. So yeah. That's too... that's too bad. That's what it is. So... wow, that was weird. Talking about my plans for tomorrow, I kinda wanna stream Street Fighter 6 on the afternoon. I wanna do rank matches with Lily. And then at night, I think the right choice will be... I'm gonna go for the PS4 Miku game. I will. So today, I tested it, and it seems like, I don't know if it's the capture card or what, it's like there is a weird sound. Kinda reminds me how it sounded some time ago, like it felt like you were frying eggs or something. But I didn't get fixed by resetting the capture, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Touch grass. And you know that in that game presentation that I saw, they are promoting Wuthering Waves like crazy, which is the other gacha game that tries to be like Genshin. I can be asked to care, basically, about any gacha game. That's 4. But yeah, it's the thing that I don't give a shit. But yeah, the thing that absolutely moved me today was the Sonic game and the fact that they have Miku. That's crazy to me. Like, that's absolutely crazy. Because, like, Miku really has me by the balls. It's just the way it is. A video essay? What? What video essay? No, I mean like I saw Wuthering Waves in this show that presented all these trailers and shit. Like the one where they announced Code Vein 2 and all that shit. One of the first things they announced was basically, well, Miku is not the only crossover in that Sonic game. Like you also have one of the Yakuza characters, the Joker from Persona 5, and Steve from Minecraft. Why? I don't know. But hey, why not, I guess. 7. Alright, this is the last one. It's a shame that no matter how many peripherals I add to the mix, this fucking spell card is still impossible, dude. Like, the keyboard doesn't matter, the monitor doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Alright, look, that one doesn't count, and I'll tell you why, because I didn't die to the hard part. So that doesn't count. I thought it was like a sponsor section. No, it was the whole thing. Like, I don't know what they were announced about Wuthering Waves, but it was basically there. was some Wuthering Wave shit. Alright. Well, that's a shame, but honestly I'm not surprised. So hey, it is what it is. But look, at least I have a no bomb run of Point Device on YouTube now, up until that point. So it's better than nothing, right? But yeah, that will be it for me for today. So thanks everyone a lot for watching, and as I said before, I'm probably gonna stream on the afternoon tomorrow and obviously at night as well, most likely. So yeah, have a good one, and